Happy New Year, Libra. If you're a Libra born September 23rd to October 22nd, what can you expect for the month of January 2016? Let's tune in and find out. Okay, so Libras. So I feel like you enter January with an open heart, an open mind, really have some ideas about what it is you want out of life, the direction you want to go, which is all really good. For some of you, it's also going to feel a little bit like quicksand, like, oh, I don't know that I'm all that clear, or I really am not ready to get involved. So for some of you, you may be kind of like leaning backwards. And what you want to notice is part of that is the energy that you're dealing with. We've got January 9th, we've got a new moon in Capricorn, and Capricorn is the energy of manifestation, right? That's not really so much the issue. The issue is more a little earlier in the month, where we have the shadow period of Mercury, which goes retrograde January 5th. And the shadow period is, we're already in that shadow period, right? So it's overshadowing a little bit the communication and our focus. And then, as we know, in retrogrades, in particular with Mercury retrograde, the communication is hampered and our vision is hampered. It will go direct on January 25th, and then we'll be free to really receive our clarity and move in the right direction. But this 3 weeks is really a great time for us to be able to go into our own ideas and into our own conversation. It's a great time to kind of hunker down and to write and to create and to generate what it is you want out of life, or any unfinished projects. So anything that you've got going, whether there's a closet that needs to be emptied, or a room that needs to be redecorated or repainted, or a house you want to get on the market, or a business that you want to sell, or something that needs to be redone, or a manuscript that needs to be written, these are all great projects for you to kind of sink your teeth into that will really benefit you, and you'll really do really well. So this is a lot of stuff behind the scenes that you need to be working on, and I really feel like there's a lot of time that's going to be set aside for you to get those things done. So you want to make sure that you're focused and that you're really participating in doing what you're supposed to be doing to be productive in the month of January. Because if you don't, I feel like you could just like snooze the whole month away and really lose the momentum. And it's a subtle momentum, right? Because even though it feels like it's backwards, there's a momentum still in moving forward, but it's an internal momentum that you have to generate and that you bring forward for your own projects. And the universe is giving you the time, closing down the windows, the shades, like shh, keeping everybody out to give you the time needed to get these things done, right? So take advantage of it, because it's going to be a really powerful time for you to actually generate and create these things and these completions. And some of them are creative projects for you that are really important, and a lot of your value is tied up in these creative projects, and which is also tied to your wealth and your money. So we're moving into, let's talk about relationships. For those of you that are in a committed relationship, if you're a Libra in a romantic relationship, what can you expect in January? It's a really nice time. I'm really feeling like there's a lot of connection happening with the two of you, and it feels healthy. It feels like a really healthy relationship in which you're both speaking your truth, in which you're both enjoined and involved in each other's relationship. Feels really healthy, so I like it a lot. And I also feel like there's a lot of romance that can happen for you this month, and a lot of quiet times and tenderness and really support for each other. So it feels really good. Now, as far as any miscommunications in the relationship, sure, I can see some of those, but at the same time, I also feel like there's a tenderness that happens and an understanding that happens. There's a little more of a hiccup or mix-up with around the full moon, which is in Leo on January 23rd. And Leos, they can become, they're king of the jungle, right? So they can be really righteous. So there might be a subject or an idea that where you just get stuck and you become very righteous with your partner around that time, around that full moon of January 23rd. So you just want to be careful that neither one of you is becoming a little too righteous with the other around a certain conversation. And it'll blow over really quick and smooth over really quick, but you don't even have to have that happen if you're aware of it, right? So you can unplug earlier. from any sort of conversation that is teetering around that sort of energy, because Mercury does go direct then again on January 25th, and all that communication sort of clears up. At the end of the month, I really see a nice romantic fun time, really connecting there, maybe a little harried in terms of a hectic schedule. It feels like a lot of things shoved into a small amount of time. So it feels kind of intense that way, but very happy, spirited, joyful time at the end of the month for you. Now, for those of you that are interested in a personal relationship, a romantic relationship, let's see what that looks like for January. Well, it feels like some of you are going to be licking your wounds. It feels like you maybe getting over a relationship that was particularly painful and moving into something new. So it does feel like you're surrounded more around same sex, right? Like, so if you're a guy, you're hanging out more with guys. If you're a girl, you're hanging out with more of your women pals. So it feels like, you're getting nurturing from people that you love and that you care about. I don't see so much a new relationship happening for you. I see you more taking time to heal and really hanging out with close friends. And so it feels like a very nurturing time for you. Maybe more of a romantic relationship happening for you in the following month, towards the end of the month. It feels like there's a better opportunity for a romantic relationship to happen. Now, as far as career or money for Libras in January, it feels like there may be something really golden around the new moon, which is January 9th, and that is in Capricorn. So there may be something that you've been waiting to manifest that actually happens, that you might break ground with, or a new idea, or something that you actually get going with in January. It might be of your own making. It might be of your own voice and your own focus. It could be something online that you commit to do. It could be something that you're selling. It could be a new something that you approach your boss with. It could be something that you start, a business that you start on the side that you're interested in doing, but it feels very much self-generated and like it's time. Let me just do this. I'm gonna put the money into it, and I'm gonna move forward. So it feels like you're breaking ground with something new around January 9th that is going to pay off. It feels like it's going to pay off. It feels like it's a good thing. So just be really discerning around that thing that you start. And here's the thing. With Mercury being retrograde, you really don't want to start anything new. This, most likely this is something that was started a long time ago, the inquiry and it's just now coming to fruition, right? I wouldn't recommend all of a sudden you start looking for a new business or something, and then you jump in and start January 9th to try and make this reading accurate, right? You don't want to do that. If you're looking at a new business or just starting something new, or you haven't started but you see it in the next couple of days, we're still in that retrograde period. You want to wait until early February, right? Because things that are started in January during a retrograde don't usually manifest to their full potential. So this is why, if you've already got something and it's coming in, that's different. Or if you have an idea, then you want to keep it, closed. You want to keep it underground. You want to work on it behind the scenes, and then bring it out, February 1st, or at the end of January, early February, when it's ready to go. Right? That's different. Anything else about the career and money? So there's something from the past that's coming in around that January 9th time period that you've been toying with, or that's already been out in the works. So that's good. Some of you may be getting a pay raise, or find a way in which you can make more money, kind of like that, like a spur of the moment thing. That happens at the end of the month. It feels more like at the end of the month. It may be an offering, or it may be something that you've been waiting on that comes into you. So that happens at the end of the month, some additional money. Now, as far as your health goes, some of you may be dealing with some back issues, some sciatica pain or hamstring pain. This comes also from a pressure, an internal pressure that you're putting on yourself to perform, or to get things done, or to make things happen. I have a little bit of a headache in the back of my head, almost like you've been beating yourself over the head to get some things done or to get moving. And so this is coming from an internal pressure. So you just need to relax and just know that you're on time. There's no pressure. There's no rush. Things are happening as they need to, when they need to, right? And so your job is just to keep moving forward, and you're going to see a diminishment of that pain. And any other health issue that comes up, I do feel like you're going to be getting additional information, and the cures are already there. The support system's already there. You just have to make time for it in your schedule and implement it, plug into it. And when you plug into it, you're going to get the benefits. So I don't see any like new fad scams or anything like that. I see it really like tried and true, and you're plugging into it, and you're already aware of it. And I feel like in January, you actually make some time for yourself for these things, and it'll really pay off. Now, anything unexpected for Libras in January? Let's see what that might be. Yeah, there might be some unexpected conversations or compliments coming your way. You may get a surprise visitor, maybe a business deal or a business individual, someone you admire or respect. There may be some surprise visit coming to your town or your locale, surprise visit from your boss, or surprise dinner with your boss, that sort of thing. Being invited to attend something that would be considered an honor or prestigious might come in, but it's a little bit of a feather in your hat that they want to spend time with you. So it's somebody that you admire and or respect that gives you a call up and says, hey, do you want to join me in this? Or I'm coming to town, and make yourself available. So it's a little prestigious thing, so it feels really nice. All right, Libras. Well, it feels like it's a really smooth month. It feels sort of slow but contemplative, but at the same time productive. I feel like there's a lot of socializing that happens at the end of the month, which is really good and really happy. You may even be traveling. And I see that being sort of seamless and really nice, so that's good. So if you enjoy my star signs, my intuitive astrology, I hope you click like and share it with your friends. And I wish all of you a fabulous, happy new year and a prosperous and blessed 2016.